Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new TT gaming video. In this video, we will be looking at the latest strategy game releases that are coming next year, 2025. So if you are curious about what's to come, then stay tuned and let's go to the list of games. Let's start with Age of Despair, a medieval tower defense strategy game where you build massive castles with fortifications while managing resources and defending it from invaders. As your kingdom grows, you need to gather essential resources such as wood, stone, and iron to maintain your empire. It is also important to manage your population's happiness. Otherwise, they will abandon their work and eventually abandon your castle. From a battle perspective, it will be the tower defense mechanics. You need to fortify your defenses with strong walls and strategic towers to protect your kingdom from enemy invasions. You can join the Discord to share your thoughts and be the first to experience the game in alpha and beta stages. The release is set for 2025. Next up, Eternal Empire, a real-time strategy war game created by a solo developer. This game concept feels like a mix of Age of Empire and modern RTS war games. You will start in the primal ages. Throughout the progress, you will build yourself up to the modern ages. Luckily, this era development won't happen fast, so gamers really get to enjoy each moment. As a multiplayer, you get to take control of huge armies and use these armies to dominate enemies on land, seas, and the skies. This game has an exciting single-player campaign, which allows you to step into the shoes of history's greatest leaders and conquering the world. No release date announced just yet, however, this game is still in development for 2025. If this project sounds like something for you, then go ahead and support the developer on Patreon. Our third game, Front, a classic-looking RTS with grand strategy elements. The game takes place on a planet that's devastated by nuclear wars and disruptions. Under this thick layer of concrete ashes are the leftover traces of former strengths which you need to restore. You can choose from 3 powerful factions. Each have their own rare units and super weapons. The battle systems are turn-based movements, so you have time to plan your attack or defense. The unique art style and the units transforming into buildings are some of the little details that make this game interesting. We hope to have more information about the game very soon. The release is set for next year, 2025. Our fourth game is D.O.R.F, a real-time strategic conflict game. This is a game that caught our attention by taking us back to the Command and Conquer times. The game takes inspiration from classic RTS games of the 90s. So far, it has 3 unique factions, one being the Union of Imperial States, which are the continents of factories and rail lines. The existing of powerful industrialists, lords, and military superiority like artilleries, super fortresses, and colossal vehicles. Next, you have the warband tribes. They consist of multiple groups of nomads, pirates, strange creatures, so-called witches, and massive armies of twisted machines made from the litter of the destructive world. The last faction is the Triple Consortium, a group of local militias risen to the corrupt power, using re-engineered technologies from the old world, expanding with enormous mobile refineries and walking structures supported by powerful soldiers and pilots. Not only does the style of each faction looks great, but it has its own details and style of gameplay tactics to dominate the airspace, land, and seas. The release date is to be confirmed, but we hope to hear more from this beautiful project the upcoming year. The fifth game, Broken Arrow, a large-scale tactical modern warfare game. For now, there are 2 powerful factions to choose from, the American and the Russian. Each country contains 5 unique sub-factions on sea, land, and in the skies. You can choose from a wide range of over 300 realistic military units, and each of them can be customized in multiple ways. So get ready to call up your troops and sign up for the beta test 5 vs 5 multiplayer now on Steam. The sixth game, Armored Brigade 2, a tactical war game that focuses on the intense combat of the Cold War era from 1965 to 1991, blending tactical gameplay within massive real-world terrain maps. The game offers both possible, real-time and turn-based gameplay for tactical decision-making. Choose from an impressive assortment of over 1,000 ground, sea and air units. Fight under a variety of weather and lightning conditions across different seasons, adding layers of depth and versatility to the gameplay experience. Prepare to be the next military might, coming 2025. Our seventh game, Tempest Rising, a real-time strategy game developed by Tindalos Interactive and published by 3D Realms. It blends classic RTS mechanics with modern gameplay, drawing inspiration from top games of the 90s and the 2000s. Set in an alternate history universe, players can choose from 3 unique factions, each with distinct combat styles. Players can engage in 2 single-player campaigns, comprising 11 missions where they customize their armies while unraveling the secrets of the Tempest. The game features fast-paced, base building, resource management, and tactical combat, catering to both seasoned RTS veterans and newcomers. It includes multiplayer options for direct combat and ranked matchmaking. The game is aiming to release next year, but you can sign for the beta test till the 21st of November. At number 8 is Global Conflagration, a real-time strategy game developed by a small indie studio, originally released in the late 1990s. The game is known for its tactical depth, complex gameplay mechanics, and engaging multiplayer features. Players take on the role of a commander in charge of a military faction, making strategic decisions to dominate the battlefield. Global Conflagration is an under-the-radar gem for fans of real-time strategy games, offering a combination of tactical gameplay, resource management, and multiplayer fun. Whether you are a casual player or a hardcore strategist, it has elements of various playstyles. The release date is unknown, however, development does keep on going, so we expect a lot more next year. Number 9 is Sanctuary Shattered Sun, an indie game developed by the studio Eye Opener. It is a blend of RPG elements and real-time strategy, set in a fantasy world where players manage resources, build bases, and engage in strategic combat against various enemies. The game focuses on a rich narrative and world building, featuring diverse characters and factions. Players are often tasked with making decisions that impact the storyline and the fate of their factions. The gameplay typically includes exploration, combat mechanics, and strategic planning, allowing players to approach challenges in various ways. The art style of Sanctuary Shattered Sun often features vibrant visuals, immersive environments, which contribute to the overall atmosphere of the game. The game is set for 2025 and personally, we can't wait. Last but not least is Crown of Greed, a classic strategy game inspired by European medieval folk culture and mythology. It is your task to claim back the throne of Rodovia by building up the former ruined kingdom. You travel with different heroes through the mysterious lands and visit various locations, each with their own horrifying inhabitants and challenges. The game features a unique indirect management system, which means that your workers and heroes will decide for themselves which of the tasks they want to perform first. Good planning and some shiny coins is all you need for success. If you are curious about the game, then you can join the Crown of Greed playtest by requesting access on Steam. The release is set for the second quarter of 2025.